Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of War Thunder. Today it is 1st of April. Usual day, nothing particularly different about it, except we have got two new vehicles, or two new game modes. One is the ST1 Alpha Test and one is Unrealistic Battles. Basically for ST1 Alpha Test, as you can see here, it is talking about the walking assault gun that was produced by the Russians in 1937. Between 20 and 30 of them were produced. They had about 60mm of armour, weighed 50 tonnes, weren't a huge success. Some were captured by the Germans when they ran out of fuel and supplies, and some were handed over to the US. The other game mode is Unrealistic Battles, using the new SPS-255 tanks. Now we're going to try both of these battle modes, but we're going to start off with the ST1 Alpha Test. Now as far as I'm aware, it's sort of reliant on your ordinary lineup. If we try to click take part, it asks you to repair, so I assume it's got something to do with the already existing vehicles. I assume they will take some part in the battle. So here we are in, well, arcade battles. In the Alpha Test. It's actually replaced my lineup, so okay, it wasn't needed too much. It's given me a bunch of vehicles I don't actually own. Okay. Basically, as it turned out, you had to get a certain amount of kills with the vehicles you already had in your lineup, which don't actually cost anything, thankfully. But, you only need 1 or 2 kills, and then you unlock the ST1. Well, anyway, after a little bit of battling, I have unlocked the ST1. Got 152mm gun and 45mm guns. Well, let's see the stats. 120mm, 145, 152 and two 7.62mm and a 12.7mm machine gun. Mass 0 tons, maximum inclination 0, max speed 60 miles an hour, 75mm frontal armour and 60 rear, and ridiculously good penetration. So let's go and pay a visit to our enemy friends. Only bad thing is reload rate 18.6. Oh god, I don't know if that's the frame rate or if that's just... Yeah, I think that was the frame rate. Interestingly enough, okay, that is the driver view. Literally, the driver view is a black square with no sound. Again, I do apologise about the frame rate. I have no idea why it's just started doing this. Okay, it's just causing it to look like it's a possessed demon, the way it's acting there. Right. And it walks on its own. I literally wasn't clicking anything, it was still walking. So far, not been great. There's the crew. You can see they're all in the turret. Haven't really got a driver as such. Try the machine guns. Okay. We were taken out pretty damn quickly. Now at this point I joined a new game and tried to unlock the ST1 again, and I actually came to face to face with one. I was in a Russian tank, the T-34-57, just minding my own business, coming under 5mm aircraft, and then to the left a barrage of fire through the trees. Now obviously I started to attack them, but the damage model seems a bit wonky, as you can see here. It sort of changes rapidly between penetration or non-penetration. I was getting hits which implied I was doing some damage, but it wasn't showing me any, camera X-ray mode that shows a shot penetrating. At this point I was killed by the German version, the 565. Now I had to skip a little bit forward because some of the recording data got a bit corrupted, but you only miss about 10 seconds or so. Now, it's not particularly manoeuvrable, and the frame rate seems to take a nosedive whenever I use this damn thing. In the last match, I only tested it for like 10 seconds, but the frame rate just went insane. Now, interestingly enough, it seems to change name depending on which country is using it. I think America it's called the M35. I don't know what the Germans would call it. I'm sure it'd be something like Panzer something. Oh yeah, Panzer 565 over there, I assume is the ST1. Interestingly enough, there was a Japanese line of tanks that also got very similar names, or the STAs, but they usually seem to call them ST something, so I'm wondering if this perhaps is based on Japanese, what's the word? tank naming conventions. I mean, it would kind of make sense. If you think of walking tanks and mechs, you do generally think of Japan. Okay, it's a little too slow to get them there. But frame rate, I do apologise for this, it's usually never this bad. Traverse on this thing is not the greatest thing in the world either. Very limited turning up. And for whatever reason, machine guns and main gun, or the main gun seems to be one as usual, but machine guns seem to be in the place of... Okay, machine guns are the main weapon apparently. Okay, I don't get this. Apparently I need to redo some of my firing configurations, because this is firing machine gun ammo for no discernible reason. Right, load. Can't load my full ammo for some reason. And yeah, we didn't last particularly one kill. We did okay out of it. So at this point I gave up on the ST1 alpha test because one, I only wanted to show basically what it was like, you know, the basic gist of it, which only takes 1 or 2 games, and 2, I'm not very good at it, plus the frame rate was quite bad. So I decided to move on to unrealistic battles. Again, you have to repair any things that need repairing, but I don't think it will, you know, you don't use them in the match, you only get the SPS-255 tank. So we'll just quickly show you how that went. So now we have the unrealistic battles with the SPS-255, or is it 255. Whole armour 1mm, and we can penetrate 2mm of armour for 100 metres. We can either use the high explosive, which is shaped as a potato, maximum of 2mm penetration, or we can go for the carrot, the high velocity target practice projectile. Now this can penetrate 3 metres, 3mm at 100 metres, but will probably be less effective. You can also see we have a health bar, and you can hear the new sound effects for the bicycles that have apparently been added into the game. So you can see we are currently reaching 33 miles an hour. How many crew have we got? We've got 4 pedalling and 1 attacking. I mean, attacking as the gunner. Now this may make reload time somewhat problematic. Thankfully, despite the thin armour, we can still get through fences and stuff without actually killing ourselves. We can also hit trees. So what does the... This is the inside of the tank, much like the little Sherman. Oh, and... oh dear. Oh, Christ, I stopped myself fast enough there. Okay, just dragged me back. I'm enjoying this a lot more than the other mode, if I'm honest. A lot of drop there. Oh, we've been hit by something. Is that an enemy tank? I don't know, but there's one track front. Ah, we've hit something. We haven't punctured our tank yet. I mean, what is this? Is this canvas or something? Looks like it's an inflatable balloon that's just dying to burst. Right, the slightest of hits. Oh, we missed our first shot. Right, we managed to... oh, we didn't penetrate. Oh, this is a surprise. Seems our enemies may be using the carrot. Oh, we managed to get a kill. And we were killed in turn. So where did he penetrate us? How did he kill us? Oh, he fired the potato. And it just hit something. Which apparently killed us. And, oh, apparently you only get 1 life. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. So far the new game mode, it looks fun. Not sure how liked it's gonna be. But yeah, I may give it a second try quickly, because that was actually quite fun for 3 minutes of fun. Not even 3 minutes, I'm afraid. Now here we are trying the unrealistic battles again. Let's just quickly look at the stats for this. Battle rating 2.3, 30.5 tons. I find that hard to believe. 34 miles per hour max speed, and 100mm training cannon. Although we only have 50mm shots, I believe. Oh, I thought it said something about 50mm earlier, but apparently not. So let's just spawn into the battle. Gonna probably use the carrots. So they appear to be higher velocity. Can't believe we're actually talking about. It's a bit hard to keep a straight face when you use an inflatable tank piloted by cyclists and firing through to each other. Right, so we're going to try and get to the enemy this way. Everyone else seems to have gone ahead. Knock down some of these barriers. Nope, didn't work. Let's see if we can get to... Oh, they're capping 8. Right, we're going to stop them. What's wrong with the frame rate today? I do apologise once again. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I assume it's something to do with me recording and playing at the same time. Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought I could make my way through there. Oh, Jesus. Can I hit this guy? Seriously? I've got a cyclist barrel? Is that every time we reload or something? Right, reverse. Oh, we've been flanked. Can't. Oh, no. Reverse the bikes. No, you stay there. A bit hard to communicate, apparently. No, to be fair, I didn't communicate what I was doing. Right, I'm getting in close to the potato. I'm hoping the superior... Oh no, he's dead. I think. Tell me I just took 100 HP. Right, I'm just going to hope it was that tank that did it. Right, we took a decent chunk out of him. Yes. Got our first kill of the match. Target undamaged. Oh dear. Apparently we're outside his effective range. Swap to the potato. I mean the carrot. Hit him. Oh no. This isn't good. Switch back to the potato. And he got us. Okay, this is quite a fun game mode, but I'm obviously not the best at it. Yeah, I'm not very good at it at all, if I'm honest. So, as you can see, quite a good, easy game mode. Won't show any more matches for this particular video, because you got the basic gist of what it's like. I do encourage you to play it. It's pretty damn fun. So, that was all of the, well, events for today. The unrealistic battles and the ST1 alpha test. Had more fun on unrealistic battles, although ST1 alpha test could be fun for those who know how to use it properly. Something I obviously don't know. But yeah, it's both very good events. Had quite a bit of fun. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you like these sorts of videos. Leave feedback, could always do with more feedback. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.